Hello and welcome back to Gary Plays Darkest Dungeon. With the Duckfeed Memorial Dungeon Estate, we are having an exciting day today. Because as you'll see in the upper right, even with my cheated ass, broke as a joke, nonsense, baby gamer cheat to increase our roster to play with all these modded classes, our roster is now full. Because we grabbed something called the Druid. Not showing off the Druid yet though. How dare you? Instead, we're going to go to the Darkest Dungeon. We're going to do the first Darkest Dungeon mission, because once people beat the Darkest Dungeon, they no longer count towards your roster size. So this will free up 4 spots, which I think will be kind of perfect to get the remaining, handful of classes. The Velstat. There's a couple more, I think, that I have not found. And then we'll probably be good. We just got Will Hughes and Jeremy getting rid of some stuff. Excited. The Darkest Dungeon. Not very good trinket here. The Embracement Cloak, which is actually pretty decent, but you have to go in absolute pitch darkness for it. Which I don't generally do. The big thing is you're getting these Talismans of the Flame, which are very useful for the second Darkest Dungeon mission. And it's very hard to bring these people back. Part of what I'm doing is taking the Arcanist. So I am not tempted to, the actual final boss, just like really kind of cheese it and absolutely murder it with this overpowered unit. So I'm still going to bring them into champion level dungeons, because champion level dungeons don't fuck around. But yeah, this is our crew. Gary Butterfield, the legendary Crusader's going. Standard thing. He's going to be our only source of stress healing. Stress is a problem in the Darkest Dungeon. I have 2 stress trinkets here, so he's going to be taking more stress, but also just fast, good damage, good dodge. Arcanist, got to bring the blood. Got to bring that blood. The Arcanist is coming. I'm doing the healing build. So the extra stress damage received, but being able to increase the torch and then give everyone recovery. It might be important to get people off death's door. It's been a minute since I've done this dungeon, so I'm trying to remember. And then, of course, this for extra damage. Weep Lord is our first Vestal we're throwing into the mix. Just with a healing loadout here, just to get big heals. And finally, Allison. Thank you for your service, Allison. And I'm kind of interested in how this is going to work, because I gave her the Wrathful Bandana, but I also gave her the Astral Spider Brain to try this. It's going to allow her to ignore stealth, which might be good. And then I think when she does Rallying Flare, which hits everybody, on my side, I think I'm going to have that 7% chance to get an extra turn. If not, though, I'll get it from this, from buffing. So we'll just see how that works. See, so if a Darkest Dungeon quest is abandoned, somebody has to die. You lose a random unit. So it's kind of a big deal. So it's medium. Scouting is not super important. Oh, we started with like a lot of bonus food there. Don't need shovels in the Darkest Dungeon. Do need torches. And you'll notice I did not take the flambeau. Not because it's too easy, but because I wanted the trinket slot. Keys are good. This kind of stuff is really good, honestly. You really do want to be able to get rid of status afflictions in the Darkest Dungeon. And I probably don't need to bring Aegis scales. Like, you don't really get tons of treasure from the Darkest Dungeon. You're not going to make money. So I feel like this is probably mostly fine. Tempted to bring a couple of minor shards. We'll bring a couple of these, actually. All right, that's pretty good. Don't need shovels. Let's do Rapturous Cultist. So, yeah. The stars are right. This starts the first 4 quests that you do to beat the game.
Rally to their twisted idols, and great gongs sound in anticipation of the coming sacrifices. Far below, life-laden shadows pulse to the unrelenting rhythm of a beating heart.
Yes. Life-laden shadows. So, here's the Darkest Dungeon. It's one of those bespoke dungeons where you don't get to see the whole thing. Here, hold on. I got to stop Pocket from chewing on some cords. Hey, brother. Pocket, come on, dude. Get the heck out of here. All right. And there's a really clever little bit of design I want to point out.
Fallen flows
Yeah.
downward along these titan spires. The creature fattens itself on your failures.
Mm-hmm. My torch ended up going down really quick.
The match is
Maybe I'm just not used to...
a blazing star is born.
Alright. So these guys, Rapturous Cultists, they cannot hurt me. But they can heal each other. And this is a DPS check. Because all they'll do is heal each other. So if you send like a low-level character into this dungeon, they will not be able to. Hey, Pocket. Holy shit, my brother. Dude, stop it. Stop. Do I have a squirt gun right here? Pocket, you are aiming for you're hurting for a squirting. And that's disgusting. I wish I hadn't said that. Yeah. So there is a, these guys will heal each other. You can't bring in low damage characters. They stop you from actually like going through because they're going to flesh wall each other. They're going to guard each other. They're going to up their protection, all that jazz. But I'm doing fine, as you can see. So let's do this and see. I think I get a bonus turn just for funzos. No.
The promise of safety.
Yeah, he's just going to heal. They heal by eating their own arms, which is super creepy and good. I'm a little nervous because I didn't bring any accuracy trinkets, and the Darkest Dungeon is full of stuff that is hard to hit. So expect some misses, 100%. This does not mean I'm ending the Let's Play anytime soon at all. I'm making room in my my roster. This first Darkest Dungeon mission is actually pretty easy. Being, oh, hello. So these guys suck. But they are worth hitting with a thing. Worth risking some torchlight for. Can be stunned. Yeah, there we go. These guys do a really big bleed. Is their thing. Oh, thank you. This is Pocket just licking the side of my computer. Like a real weirdo. Pocket, my friend. What are you getting into? He doesn't like that I'm in the Darkest Dungeon. He's scared. He's scared about Contest Winner. Pocket loves Contest Winner. You'll notice that I did not get a treasure for that. This first dungeon also, you just go to the right. So check these guys out. Ascended Brawlers. So, generally, killing the Rapturous Cultist first is good because he's going to heal and protect people, which you do not want. Tempted to do a Dragon's Breath, though, to hit both those guys at once, but I think I will try to finish you off. There we go. These guys do a lot of bleed. You're going to see they've got spooky tentacle arms here in a moment. Oop. Yep. Going to be some misses. They're run for the new god. Look at that. And it's a significant bleed. 6 for 3. So, yeah, they don't fuck around. We're going to heal through that bleed, though. Because I want to save my bandages for the boss. And you got the restoration for 6 for 3 as well, so you're doing good. There we go. Perfect. You're just about dead. Gonna be able to do the Frostfire or what have you to kill this guy without using Torchlight. I'll actually gain a little Torchlight because of his trinket. Easy peasy. Frost Nova, that is. There we go. Healed him because of the blood. I forgot to bring the blood. How does that keep happening to me? Yeah, I swear, I promise you, it is not a joke. I am not doing a bit. So I'm not gonna. He's not gonna have the boosted damage. I felt like he was underperforming in damage a little bit. That's me, just being a real dingus. Other thing about the Darkest Dungeon, no traps. So you don't have to worry about that. Kind of nice. Nice little affordance. So there's the new Ascended Witch. Cannot believe I forgot that blood again. I am not happy about it. Would have done 20% more damage. Okay. I don't understand how him biting his own arm helps just this jabroni. So this is a big stress damage attacks and big torchlight hurting attacks here. We'll do that. She's not really built up for crit, so she's not going to be doing that much stuff. Like these are tough fights. It's not nothing. Being in the old Darkest Dungeon here.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Mm-hmm. Big bleed. Much smaller restoration. Would not mind getting a better restoration going, but I still think this is the move. Well, actually, we'll go ahead and actually cure that bleed so I can do this with some kind of good conscience. And give him an extra turn?
The wounds of war can be healed.
Nope. Okay.
But never
A bummer. It's actually not so bad. She can blind fire from there at the very least. And this cultist isn't back, which means he's going to do a stumbling scratch. Look at this move. Look at that thing. Ugh. Nasty. You do get a camp. But see how they're focusing on her with stress because she has the highest? Like, they do shit like that. This version. So, the AI is like a darkest difficulty dungeon. Essentially means the AI is as good as it gets. Look at that crit, though. Woof. A 6 for 5. Not acceptable. Wowie zowie. I should have brought 2 full stacks of bandages in retrospect. Big speed buff on that, +5. I haven't really looked at the speed buff, how that changes in the as that move gets better. Pierce the veil. Alright. And you see you get no treasure.
creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
In general, the layout here is pretty easy. You just go to the right. Later they become kind of mazes. And I'm not really down for that. I use a map. There's one of them that's very specifically a very long maze, and I don't truck with it. Like, I don't really like mazes in a general sense. There's also going to be, in most of the Darkest dungeons, there is a, this is a hard fight. There are, tempting to do this to give everybody the restoration. And make sure I go first. Yeah.
A brilliant confluence of
All right.
skill and purpose.
And we're actually going to give you your own heal as well, because these guys can crit. A crit bleed is going to be all it's going to take to seriously ruin her day. Probably should have attacked the position 2 character, so Allison here could also focus fire. So my bad. But there's come on. Sucks. I resisted the extra bleed. Thank you for dodging. The enemies also get very accurate. So much so that so this will give him another restoration stack, actually. It's going to hurt him a little bit. But he's now got 4 for 4, which is pretty good.
A singular
But yeah, several of these dungeons are just straight mazes, and I don't like them. So I don't do that. I usually use a map. I look at a map. Hey, Scarlet Ascension. What is the better blood rage? Ooh, baby. Just 15% damage in general? You stole my heart. Yeah. Now, like... Alright. Death Lash. It's going to be a bleed. Oh, debuff. Probably, yeah, debuffing my bleed resistance. They're very bleed focused on this. So I can kill him with anybody. Do I want to... So I can't do that speed move again. So I think I do want to do this for the Torchlight. I would like to get everybody another stack of... Restoration, but I don't think I have anything else that affects the whole party. I can only time warp once. Alright. Let's clear your debuff resistance, and you're fine now for healing. 8 over 4. So even if you get hit, you're good. Alright. Yeah. I like the concept of the final dungeon to this game quite a bit. The second one that you do, I think, is kind of the good one. It's really hard. It's probably the hardest dungeon in the game outside of the DLCs. Alright, so you're going to see this will be annoying if I can't get rid of these jabronuses here. That restoration is doing work, though. Everybody's topped off. Stress is getting a little up there, but I don't think I can really afford to stress heal. Okay, got that guy out of range for my Crusader, which is a bummer. You know, they don't actually get buffed when they guard people, unlike a lot of characters. Yeah, sure, heal the full damage character. That's cool. Fucking idiot. There we go. Gary's doing work. Oh my goodness. 28 stress. So, like, afflictions will happen. I'm going to camp in the next room, of course. See if I can't avoid an affliction. Everyone, when you get done with the Darkest of the Dongo, you do end up fully stress healed. And everybody, if you've succeeded in your Darkest Dungeon, everybody in town gets fully stress healed as well. Everyone's, like, very happy, you know. Everything has come. And in fact, we're going to actually... One more. I'm going to stall this out just a little tiny bit. It seems silly, but, like, I need to get that stress down. Even though it is the sex number, which is... You know, of course, there's a word for that. Who can remember it? Good dodge, Gary Butterfield. It's actually a pretty easy hit. All right. I still think I'm going to camp for the buffs. I might have a fight in this room. There's always in the Darkest Dungeon, there's a room where you get a ancestral trinket as well. You have to go to a fight for it, but... So if I understand the layout, this next room, there's going to be a way to go into the middle section where the treasure is, and then the actual dungeon is a little bit past that. So, but we're gonna camp.
A moment of respite. A chance to
And we are going to concentrate on buffs, but I also need to get her stressed down a little bit. This group does not have tons of buffs. Restring crossbow is extremely good. Marching plan is pretty good, but we'll wait. You give just crit multiplier in the first round. I'm not too interested in that. Food summon will be good for leftovers. I think I want this. Get rid of some stress and ensure me versus some stress in the future. Stand tall will get rid of some stress. Either the speed buff, marching plan, or... Speed is good. Let's do the speed buff. And let's summon some food, which we might end up needing to eat. Alright.
In radiance may we find victory.
So we got some stress buffs, really, is all we really took from that. It's going to make Allison better. So if I remember this dungeon, there's going to be a way to go up and to the right. Up is a treasure room. I like going back to that after the fight, because I can get ancestral trinkets from boss fights. So this is heavy stress right here. Let's see if we can't take care of business. Let's kill these witches and dig through the ditches of my Dragula. You'll also notice they're not getting surprised very often. I think there is... see, oh, thank you for the dodging. See, they know what to do in this version. It's infuriating. Yeah. A crit would have been nice there, but that's okay. I'll accept it. I actually should have attacked the witch. Like, very much so. That was foolish. Sloppy play, but good dodges. So better damage there with the restrung crossbow. You cannot. There we go. The boss is going to do tons of stress to me as well. So it's not like something where I can just cruise until there. Maybe a bleed, I think. Yeah, big bleed. But you can... I feel like you can survive that bleed. Take a little sip of coffee. Other people can kill you. Let's give the party a restoration. And stack up his restoration twice to counteract that bleed. So 6 for 4, 6 for 2. Very good. It's called tactics, sugar.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
All right. So we're going to go up and to the right, and that's going to be the Bostulon. Ordinarily, I like to wait to camp. I had some bad luck with stress rolls, if I'm being totally honest. And then I'm concentrating on my Vestal, who is the last person I want to have afflicted. Like, all right. So these things, this malignant growth, this thing sucks. It can protect, if I recall. Other than that, though, I think it might just do bleed damage. I can't remember. I'm going to concentrate on the witch, though. For stress reasons, I have food to heal if I need it. Going into this fight with as little stress as possible would be really nice. Oh my god. Tactically, should have actually attacked the priest to maybe one-shot the cultist. Okay, the stun. Oh, resisted. Thank you. Fucking A. Fucking A. Resisted the move. All right. Thank you.
Decisive pummeling.
We are going to stall this out just a little bit. He's going to bleed us and shit. But I would like to get her stressed down a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Honestly, not a bad attack. This guy would actually be awesome with the spider brain.
Bringing
I might actually swap their trinkets, because every time he does that, I'm getting 4 rolls at 7% of extra turns, which is really huge. I think I'm actually going to do that. And Allison could use the vampirism. No reason for... That's a pretty universal thing. So I can't stall this out too much. There are still reinforcements and stuff. Like, that's not a thing here. So we'll go ahead and just end it. Try to end it. Well. Let's actually, you'll do this. As long as it doesn't crit her, it's a net gain. Fucking A. The accuracy, though. There we go. Allison's accuracy is going to be really good for 2 more battles. Alright. So you're going to take that off. Whoops. You're going to take that off. And let's just do a little swapsy. Now, Allison will heal herself every time she attacks. That's really the only thing I'm doing with this, because I forgot the blood. But that is fine. And contest winner now has the ability to give us extra turns. So behind me is treasure. To the right is the boss. I think it's just this hallway. This first boss is not anything that exciting. There's a fight in the hallway here, like right now. Yep. And this boss is fine. Okay. Would have loved a crit. Okay, what's the matter, brother? There we go. There's that crit. Give Allison a turn. Oh, Allison's going real slow, though, actually. Because she restrung her crossbow, which is a speed debuff. So I'm going to take 1 hit of stress, I think, probably. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sure, just a scant 19 stress. Alright, we got to get that down a little bit. Unless this crits. And kills him. This is how I wanted to finish that sentence. What is that? They will bleed. Oh, yeah, because he's got that blood fury, even though the Crusader has no bleed attacks. That's not the kind of sword that bleeds things. And we'll go ahead and give everyone a restoration going into this fight. And see if this extra turn thing happens to work out for me. Does not look like it. Alright. Let's fight the boss of the Darkest Dungeon, which is pretty straight-laced. It's not that different from a Shambler fight. And also, it'll look familiar to you, because the Kraken is based on it, if I recall. Yeah, this guy. This is not the Kraken. There's another thing that's based on it. So he's got a cultist priest with him who's a big deal. This guy doesn't have that many hit points, but he does. He is frustrating. So you can see his resistance is here. Bleed is actually the way to go in this dungeon, even though I don't have any bleed attacks. That's quite all right. Let's go ahead and do this to get a longer restoration, extra turns, and a speed buff. No extra turns, but we'll go first every... Oh, he got an extra turn. Hell yeah. God, is that a cool, move. What is your restoration now, brother? 8/4. All right. I think I'm going to do this because I have a chance to crit him and kill him. Let's get this guy out of the way first. He doesn't summon any help. The Shuffling Whore. He got another extra turn? That's amazing. Hell fucking yes. How about another one? No? All right. Well, cannot really be stunned. So he's got pretty good protection. He's got 2 actions per turn. He tends to go last. So you just kind of had to wear him down. He's gonna bleed us and fuck us up. And yeah, echoing disassembly. Oh, yeah, and he creates these things. So these things... so he bleeds, and these things protect him. I remember now. Yeah, 4/3. Let's concentrate on you for now. He is going to protect him, but... we'll do a dragon strike here. It's pretty good. So far, almost halfway dead. You can kind of see how this is similar to the... ooh, yeah. And Grand Guard. I always forget that he shuffles us, so I should have given Gary Butterfield the lance thing that pushes him forward. That makes this fight like significantly easier, actually. So my bad. Good crap. Okay, you could use some healing. Yeah, he's gonna buff him. Now he's got accuracy and crit. No crits, luckily. And the shuff. Yep. He's a jerk. I forgot that was like one of the concepts of this fight. So 1000% my fault. The crit bleed for 4 for 5. Fuck you. Alright. You can't do anything because I forgot to arrange. Oh man, I should have cured your bleed a while ago, brother. Still think this is correct. Okay, I forgot he could do that. My fault, of course. I want the Vestal to heal him. Because that damage is too useful. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Alright, so one of his friendly skills will kill him. Let's do this for extra bleed resist. This might be the untimely end of contest winner. Not even going out on a crit, but luckily, yeah, there we go. Going in on a crit. I probably should have refreshed my memory as to this fight a little bit. Okay, give me a good shuffle. See, that's not a good shuffle. Friendo? That's possibly useful, actually. Alright. Yeah, good targets as far as HP goes. Okay, and you can blink back. Oh, that actually, I should do that like all the time, because that gives him a restoration. If I wanted the Vestal in position 2, which I don't, that's interesting. I'm not going to do it, but that is a cool possibility space kind of thing. Oh, the power fades. No! Just when I needed it. No! No! No!
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Good targets. Lots of bleed going on here. Okay, so here's where we're going to blink it on back. I didn't realize I could do this more than one time per turn, which is like certainly cheesy as hell. Let's stack up those restorations, baby. Oh, I can do it twice. Okay. That's pretty funny. All right, you, my friend, cannot do very much. Still worth getting you up there, though. I'm not confident. Oh, no. Is that? Oh no no. Fucking A. They know what they're doing. Oh, thank you though. That's awesome. See, I'm not. He's keeping me so busy with this horse shit that I've not been able to attack. Yeah. My fault for very much like forgetting. She can move back pretty far though. It'll put the Vestal in position 2 though, which I don't want. I think I want a blind fire. Fair enough. That was always the risk. All right, you got that big. Hey, why don't you stack up? So this puts the Vestal in position 2, but I'll do it to get the Crusader up because I think I'm going to need their damage. It also keeps his restoration like absolutely Herculean. Kill him. Fuck. Holy shit, though. And he got an extra turn. That counts as a friendly skill. It's amazing. Probably because it heals him. All right, you're not doing great. And you just have that. Do this. Like the Arcanist can get rid of the bleed. All right, how about you attack the whore? There we go. Do I have to kill this guy? I can't remember. I think so. Yeah. All right, there's so much bleeding going on. I would like to get the treasure. I think I can do it if I spend some time with the Arcanist healing bleeds. So I can use this twice more. Let's get rid of that bleed. Okay, here's going to be our resolve check for Weep Lord. Give me the positive resolve check, baby. Nope. All right. All right. I think we can still go. Shut up. All right. Oh, they gave me an ancestor. Oh, the ancestor's map, though. That's a good one. All right. You got 4/1. You got 4/1. They will survive the bleeds. I think I can go get that treasure. Those, like, absolutely could be famous last words. I only have to do one fight, I think. And I've got the Arcanist as a powerful healer. I think if I'm smart about it, I can do this. Because it's not like a normal treasure. It's like the Ancestor's Map, which I'm, by the way, over the moon to get that. It's my second favorite Ancestor trinket after the Candle, as far as base game ones. Obviously, the Flambeau is like a game changer. All right, so I just have to do this, and I get that satchel full of goodness. Definitely, let's give everyone a restoration and possibly some extra turns. Not so worried about stress since everyone's going to lose their stress in a little while. Mostly now worried about damage. Okay. Keep sobbing uncontrollably. Okay. Positive. Gary, do it for me. Oh, classic Butterfield.
Self-preservation is paramount at any cost.
You're not. I don't think he's going to get worked up into a heart attack. I think he's probably fine there. All right. Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, hurt yourself, you idiot. Concentrate on you. Thou indeed art judged. And I'm concentrating on physical damage right now as opposed to stress. A truly Herculean amount of crits would be a problem with this bleed and heart attacks. I don't anticipate it. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, way to pass, fucker. Okay, thank you for resisting the pull. Oof. 6 for 5. Ugh. Let's get rid of that. Like, I want his offensive ability, but like 6 for 5. That is that's a bleed right there.
Compassion is a rarity in the
This is Gary and Allison show for killing these fuckers. Man, 17 damage on the stun is good. That stress me out more. Gary can handle it. Gary can't handle stress. He's a professional podcaster. Look it up. The ultimate stressful profession. Okay. Yeah, mark yourself, you dingus. We got this, of course. I don't know if it's obvious, but yeah. So we'll get something really good for doing this last little bit, and all the stress will go away again. All right. All right, what do we get?
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
So we got the Ancestor Spectacles. This is a new one that was added. Accuracy and ignore stealth. That's really good. And then just a little money to pay for some of your supplies. So that's the first Darkest Dungeon mission. Hell yeah, right? Very little pay, pretty small payday. And then you still get this kind of stuff, even though these people oftentimes retire at this point. None of that. Elder Cater is actually pretty good. Reckless is frustrating. We'll get rid of that just so I can bring him into other stuff. But you'll see here now when you look at our an abyssal establishment, some sort of anomaly.
But it is enough to trigger the cycle of revelation.
I don't know what the abyssal riff is. I can't remember installing that. It's exciting. You can see over here in the upper right though, our we have 63 of 67. So those people no longer count against our limit, which is good because look, I went full dumbass on this and got Little Mushroom Man. Little Clobber. Mercurial is real bad. Rebellious is really bad, but Photomania is pretty good. Let's see which of these Little Mushroom Men I want to take with me. I forgot I did this. Faded with Skittish. That's horrible. Pessimist. These are horrible. Both these guys have bad traits. Maybe I'll wait since we have like a big line of people who we want to check out. So but yeah, we got Little Mushroom Man. MVP of that? I think contest winner because of the extra turns and restoration. I think that healing was very clutch. Like Weep Lord obviously did very clutch healing. Everyone did great. That was a coalition victory. Yeah, and it'll probably be a while before I do the second Darkest Dungeon mission unless they offer me something extremely good. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you, and take care. Bye.